Hello, you're watching News Mongolia on MNB World. I'm your host, Susanna Oktay. For our top stories. Losses occur in Mongolia's air transport sector due to COVID-19 lockdown. 350 Mongolian IT specialists are working in Silicon Valley at major US companies. President of Mongolia U.Khurelsukh meets UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres. For other news, stay tuned. On Tuesday, the Ministry of Health reports that 2,543 new cases of COVID-19 were confirmed and 13 more people have died.
In the past 24 hours, 2,533 new cases were confirmed and 4,883 have recovered. Unfortunately, 13 patients, 8 women and 5 men died of COVID-19 complications. Out of the new cases, 1,342 were confirmed in Ulaanbaatar, and 1,201 were confirmed in the rural provinces. At hospitals nationwide, 21,397 COVID-19 patients are being treated. Out of them, 12,329 show mild symptoms of illness, and 380 are in critical condition. Additionally, 56,800 patients are being treated at home under supervision from first-level family hospitals.
Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, Mongolia's passenger airline sector has suffered significant losses. There were 362,000 passengers in the first 8 months of 2020, but this number has decreased by 74% this year.
We think it's related to the speed of vaccination. Mongolia opened its international air border on May 1st, and the new Genghis Khan International Airport officially launched its operations on July 4th. However, countries such as South Korea, Russia, China, and Turkey haven't yet fully opened their international borders, so it's affecting our flights. That's why we operate a limited number of flights, depending on market demand.
Due to the limited numbers of passenger flights, airline service providers have mostly been providing freight transport in 2021. This year, Mongolian Airlines operated 328 freight transportation flights and transported 5.2 million kilograms of freight. In addition, air navigation service income has also dropped since the pandemic.
Air navigation service income has also dropped. Compared to 2019, air navigation service has dropped by 74%. In 2021, only 41,000, mostly non-passenger flights have passed through Mongolia's airspace. Despite all the setbacks, the aviation sector is taking all possible measures to boost and revive local air and navigation.
Analysts say that it will take time for the air transport sector to recover from these losses. Industry experts note that there is a need to attract investment in order to speed up recovery in the sector.
Silicon Valley is a region in Northern California that serves as a global center for the development of advanced technology and innovation. There are 350 Mongolian IT engineers who are working for major tech giants in Silicon Valley such as Apple, Microsoft, and Google.
Silicon Valley is home to many of the world's largest high-tech corporations. It's home to the headquarters of more than 30 businesses in the Fortune 1000 and thousands of startup companies. Silicon Valley also accounts for 1/3 of all of the venture capital investment in the United States, which has helped it to become a leading hub and startup ecosystem for high-tech innovation.
I'm developing a health and lifestyle application. I'm a software engineer. It's been 3 years since I started working in the United States.
Why did you leave Mongolia? When will you be able to return?
The main reason is salary. In Mongolia, even though my salary was enough to cover all my expenses, there was no way to accumulate savings. But here in the United States, I'm able to earn income and put aside some savings.
There may be a lot of young people hoping to work here in Silicon Valley.
I would advise them to learn foreign languages, especially English. In terms of technical skills, I think Mongolian professionals are pretty good.
More than 500 computer technology and IT specialists from Mongolia currently live in San Francisco. A number of major U.S. companies are headquartered in San Francisco. Mongolia opened a consulate in the city in 2012. The consulate provides services to Mongolian citizens living in California and the whole West Coast region.
Our consulate general covers 17 western states. There are around 15,000 Mongolians residing in the U.S. Last year, due to the COVID-19 pandemic, most students from Mongolia academic year, students are starting to return to in-person lessons.
In 2019, San Francisco's GDP was over 531 billion US dollars, proving that the city generates a huge amount of income. Trade turnover between Mongolia and the US in 2019 was 217 million US dollars.
And here's the currency exchange rates provided by Molsbeck. Now let's take a look at Mongolia's current affairs.
The 76th session of the United Nations General Assemblies is being held at UN headquarters in New York City from September 14th to 27th. Mongolian President U.Khurelsukh is attending the session. On September 20th, he held a face-to-face meeting with UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres. During the meeting, the president spoke about the 60th anniversary of Mongolia becoming a member of the United Nations. He noted that Mongolia has concerns about rising climate change issues, including desertification and soil degradation. The president also announced that within the framework of its nationally determined contributions, as a party to the UN's Paris Agreement on climate change, Mongolia is increasing its mitigation target from 22.7% to a 27.2% reduction in nationwide greenhouse gas emissions by 2030. Another main area of collaboration between Mongolia and the United Nations is UN peacekeeping operations. Mongolia has registered 4 military units in the UN's peacekeeping capacity building system. President U.Khurelsukh expressed his interest in sending more troops in the near future. UN Secretary General Guterres acknowledged that Mongolia has been an active member of the UN since 1961. The government of Mongolia has been actively participating in the UN's goals and missions to combat the pandemic over the last 2 years. The two sides discussed other topics in the areas of humanitarian issues, future collaboration, and the 26th UN Climate Change Conference scheduled for October.
And here's the weather forecast for the world's major cities. Well, that's all for today. Thank you for staying with us. We'll see you tomorrow with more stories and updates. Have a nice evening. Goodbye.